Welcome back, everyone. What you are watching now is the third part of our Build a Funnel in Canva series. If you haven't watched the first two parts, there are links below this video for you to go back to watch it. It will make a whole lot more sense what we're doing here. My name is Lynette Chandler from Thrive Anywhere. Thank you for joining me. At the end of part two, I said that we are going to create the form that we will link to this landing page that you're seeing in front of your screen. Well, I lied. The simple reason is this. After thinking about it, I thought that the best way is to create all the pages in the funnel first before we go into the more technical details. Because if we don't have all the pages at hand, there's a lot of going back and forth, which I think may be confusing. The next page in our funnel is a thank you page. This is a page we built last week. After they click Start Now, they should be taken to a form to enter their email and name. After they enter the email and name, we give them a link to the thank you page. The thank you page is also the page where I would like to give them a special offer. This is the sample here that I've created. We are going to recreate this sample. To do that, I'm going to go back to Home and go to this landing page opt-in that we created last week. Go up to here, there's three little dots here on the top right corner, and click that. And then I'm going to click Make a Copy. This copy, I'm just going to say here, demo. That way I know which is which since I have so many copies in here. And thank you. All right. Now I'm going to click to open it. And I can close this home part. But I'm keeping this sample. Okay, I can close this home. So I'm going to keep this sample open so that I can quickly copy and paste the text I need. What you see is a exact copy of our opt-in page. And that's not something I want. Now, before I go on further, I'm going to go down here and add a page. And I'm going to add this page back here. And I want this page because it's got all the images that may be helpful for us soon. I'm going to hide this. Of course, we don't want to send them back to the same page. So the first thing I need to do is the image is not going to be relevant here. Oh, let me unlock this page. The image is not going to be relevant. I'm going to copy this and change it to you're in, or make it that centered. And I'm going to make this much smaller, maybe about 32, and make sure that's positioned in the center. And then I will have some text here. Let me just copy that for quick. Whoops. Copy that and paste it here. Remove that. And I'll put this right underneath this and center that. The thing I want to do on a landing page is always to tell people, thank you. And on the very top of this page, give them the button to access whatever they opted in for. And this way, I can strike a balance between giving them an offer and having whatever they requested up front. Then that will help reduce some of your complaints. Because if you don't give them a clear way to say, I'm not interested, then you may get a lot of complaints. I'm going to use that. And this one, I'm going to copy all this here. Delete this. And basically what I did with this is I used the headline, I changed the copy, and I changed the color. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of text down here to say, what if I can build this funnel for you? You don't have to pay anything more. You can reuse these templates again and again. So now this button, I want to say it will be, I want to copy this because I want a button that says, no, thank you. Let me access the course, which is what they opted in for. First thing I'm going to change is, let me access the free course because they know that's what they wanted. And to make the button not so large, I'll probably reduce the size to, or I could make it 2-line and make it a taller button. Let me reduce the line spacing. In fact, it's probably easier to just type 1. Put this here in the center of this. Make this a little larger. For this button, I'm going to change the background to be the same. Then that way it gives an illusion like it's part of that background there, makes it have a nice look. I'm going to select these two and position center within each other and then group. This, I am going to make it the same height because I want the buttons to look uniform. I will say, yes, tell me more. To keep it uniform, I will also change the size even though I don't need it to the same, or maybe I'll keep it just a tad larger because this is the one that I want people to see. Again, I'm going to position this and group this. Now that I've grouped it, I'm just going to put it where people can see. All right, so they have two choices here. Let me access the course, this button. If they click this button, that means they will go to the next page. This is where you deliver the mini course. That's what we'll build the next time. But today, we're going to build the rest of this page. When they click this button, they'll just jump right down here. However, this is not what I want. I need to tell them what it is they're getting. This particular section is not suitable for that. And what I did is that I moved this section because I think this section will work a whole lot better. I moved it up. I changed this. So let me go to this next section. I'll copy this. Okay. And I removed this because I thought that it was just taking up too much room on the top and I want people to see it as quick as possible. I'm going to leave this for now. I removed these two. I'll just drag and drop so I can select this. And what I did was I made this larger. I ungrouped this, made this larger to fit my text. I'll just copy that and paste it here. So basically you can see I made it larger, I made this larger, and that's how I came up with that. Okay, I'm gonna move this up here. And down here, I changed it as well. I'm just gonna ungroup it. I said plus $20 to spend in our store. Okay, I'll just tell them when you get this pack of templates, you'll also receive a $20 coupon to go towards anything in our template shop. Whatever it is that you want to offer them, definitely make your points here. So again, I made it larger. I made this just a little bit larger, put it centered, and I went ahead and grouped it again. And I did that so that I could easily center these two things. Then down here, I'm simply going to change the button text and says, yes, I want this now. When they click this button, it will take them to the page to order whatever it is that you're offering them. Now that I've told them what they're going to receive, people are going to want to see these templates, right? They want to have a little snapshot at least, and I should give them a little snapshot. For what I have in mind, the easiest way is just to add another page here, or another section really. It's not really a page. Change the color to green since I want to alternate the backgrounds of this from green and white, sorry, and green. And I am going to duplicate this and make it larger and say, check out the templates. What I want to create is to give them a little snapshot of the templates that they are going to get, keeping in mind that they are website templates. So I'm going to look for some browser frames to put in here. And because I have 10, the best way is probably to put 2 on each. Now, of course, I don't have the templates created. This is just a demo. So I'm going to put a placeholder here for now. I'm going to go to Elements and type Web Pages. As you see, I've already typed it before. And go to Frames and see what pops up. I think, let's go with this, long and skinny. Make 2 of them on this page. Let me swap out some of these colors to something that will fit my brand a little better. Now that I've done with the colors, I'm simply going to duplicate this, set them side by side, and then I will group and position. It's probably a whole lot easier than me trying to eyeball this thing. Then I'm simply just going to duplicate this page. I'm probably going to remove this. I'm going to position it to the middle. There's a lot of space in between here, but I think I'm fine with that. And duplicate it again until we have all the 5 slots to put in the template design. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now that I've looked at this, there's too much space here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up just a little bit. And I'm going to go back up here and copy one of these. Copy and paste it starting the second template. Paste it right here. And I'm going to say, looks good by now, or something like that. I might change the background too, but for right now, I'm not going to do it for the sake of time. Move this up and paste this down here. I want to change this text too. Again, for the brevity of time, I'm not going to do it. Let's just make it a whole lot faster. Let's delete. And how many have we got here? 2, 4, 6. So I need to duplicate this 2 more times and I'm good. Now, if this were a real page, I would definitely want to change every single button here just to vary it up a little bit. There's no science behind this. It's just something I like to do. Now that I've shown them all the different templates that they're going to get and offered them multiple times to buy, I want to do a final call to action. For the sake of time, I'm going, like you see, I did things different here before. I'm going to copy this and tell them, you know what? Using this template, I'm going to not have this. I'm going to change that. Delete this. That they have to take action now, or give them some kind of reason to take action right now and not later. I'm going to tell them that this is not available anywhere else and add content here to say that, to reiterate that they will only see this on this page. They're not going to see it on any other page on our website. It's not going to be in the store. And I reserve the right to pull this offer at any time. We'll move this shadow down here. If they don't want to lose out, this is really the best time to get it. I'm going to center these things inside the box and group it. Oh, this is not grouped. All right, let me move this a little further up. Let's change this to, okay, download now or something like that, or access now. Since the Canva templates are not exactly a download, then I'm going to select these two, make sure it's centered in the button, group it, and then now I can center it within this box. I'm going to go to graphics and I'm going to look for a timer. And you see I've done it before, so I'm going to click on this since I've already searched for it. But you can just click and search for a timer or hourglass or countdown. This is where I got it. It's just a different one. The timer is relevant to this message. What I'm telling them that this is not going to be here forever. I'm just going to change some of these colors. So I have that here. And I'm good with this. I've given them multiple chances to buy. I've given them what they're going to receive. This part, I don't need it. Select that and click Delete Page. Finally, down here, I think what I'm going to do with this last section is to put an FAQ. First thing I'm going to do is delete that because that image doesn't support the FAQ. Remember, I added this back, and I'm going to search for an image. Maybe is there an image that will help tell them that this is a FAQ? Maybe. There is not exactly something that will signify that's a FAQ. I'll probably go with this. Again, I'm going to change these colors. Changing colors is really a lot of experimentation because you really don't know what's going to show up where. And then I'll make it just a little bit larger. I'm going to put over here, have questions. Make that larger. And then I'm going to put here, we have answers. Put this right underneath here. Then we duplicate this. I would definitely make this smaller, either a 16 or 18 point. And put your question here. Make this bold. Questions are bolded. Duplicate this with your answer. And answers are not bolded. And pair them together. Right? If I go and look here, I'm going to copy these. Since I already prepared those questions ahead, and going to put it right there. Now, this button, I want it a little lower. Change this. Sounds good by now. Or something like that. I think I can have a little bit more spacing in between here. So I'm going to move that down, select them all, position, and basically click Tidy Up. You know what? I think I might want this button to the side here. Because the last question is how do I buy? I just say, click me to buy. I think I like this. Of course, I'm going to delete this resource page again, and that's going to be the last section. We are done with our opt-in thank you and upsell page. This page will have two purposes. To say thank you, here's what you asked for, but before you go, I've got a pretty good offer here. Why don't you check it out? And then tell them what the offer is, give them multiple chances to buy, and then a last pitch effort right here. Up on the top here, this button. What I want to happen when they click this button is for the page to jump down here. And in Canva, it's super easy to do, thankfully. We'll click on this little more icon, click on link, and where I say pages in this document, that's the one, the second page. And done. Now that I'm looking at this, I think the top page here is a little too bland. So let's find something that will kind of jazz things up a little bit. This is where I think having some animated elements will be pretty fun. Maybe some fireworks. How about that? Let's see. Maybe not. Let's see if some would check out the animated ones. Maybe this one. Okay, where is it now? Oh, it is very light. Maybe not it. Maybe that's too light. How about that one? I'm going to position it to front for now. And then position in the back. It doesn't look as nice as it should. It's kind of weird. Maybe not that one. How about this one? I could do this to front so I can select it. Now, should we do it for, maybe I want to draw attention to this, or maybe I want to draw attention to this. If I'm drawing attention to your in, I am definitely going to make this smaller. But I also remember we don't want to have too many animations going on here. Definitely make this really small. Put this back here and all the way to the back. Here, maybe I want some arrows to have it pointing down here. And again, I really don't want to overdo the animation, but this would be kind of nice to have an animation here. Well, I want something fairly subtle. Maybe I'll do this one. That's not exactly the color that I want, but I think it might do. And I might duplicate it, flip it like this, and put it on the other side as well. Of course, you're going to make it however you want. I don't want too many distractions going on in the background. I want people to focus on what I'm trying to tell them, to basically read. Next week, we'll build the delivery page for where they can watch the videos, the mini course for how to build a funnel in Canva. Thank you so much for following me so far in this process. If you like this video, go ahead and click like and make sure you go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button so that you receive the next installment of this series and also future videos and tutorials like this. Lynette Chandler from Thrive Anywhere here is signing off.